I'm Olivia, your host for Talk Back for Teens, and make sure to watch us. We're coming up next.
Oh yeah, I can hear that all the way over there. Hello everyone, this is Talk Back for Teens Youth News, and I am your anchor, Bernard Rogers, here along with me with my co-anchor for today, Amber. She is going to possibly be commenting in on our stories here today, so let's see if they're interesting enough for her to decide to comment, all right? Our first story comes from Michael Dunn. Is based out of Georgia, and it is surrounding the occasion that happened between Michael Dunn and a student who he is recently convicted for shooting, and his name was Jordan Davis. Back in November of 2012, he fired 10 times at a sports utility vehicle carrying black teenagers and killed 17-year-old Jordan Davis in Georgia. The case is saying that he was sentenced to a 60-year sentence, which is consecutive, along with a life sentence, which he will have to serve. So pretty much he's going to be in jail for the rest of his life. We have another story, which tabloids are calling the Kevin Hart effect. In the Kevin Hart effect, Kevin Hart is being seen as a heroine for saving a Janisha Bradley Douglas's job. She was recently fired from her LAX bus driving position because she stopped driving the bus in order to take a selfie with famous Kevin Hart. Now, seeing that he thought it was somewhat of his fault that she was fired, he eagerly made a video and got millions of people to help aid him in getting Janisha her job back. So congratulations for Kevin Hart and Janisha, who got her job back. Good job.
I think that's really cool because you see a different side of Kevin Hart, because you always see him as like the funny guy. Like, I would not expect him to go out of his way just to help somebody. So that was nice.
Right. Awesome. I know, and normally they always say that celebrities only care about themselves and are only trying to do things for themselves. So like you said, you get to see a different side of him, which is always awesome.
He has a heart.
Right. For our last story today, we are covering 13-year-old Alyssa Carson, who is training to be the first human being on Mars. In this story, her father is talking about how she has wanted to travel to Mars and be an astronaut since she was 5 years old. He eagerly talks about a scenario where he walked into his daughter's bedroom and saw her looking at a picture of Mars and asked her what she was doing. And she said one day when she gets to Mars, she needs to know where she's going. So studying the Mars booklet is the best way to go for her. Some of the things to highlight, though, is she talked about how she's been to 3 summer camps, 3 NASA World Space Camps, with a total of 20 plus hours. And this is something that hasn't been seen ever before. She has high hopes of getting to Mars one day, and I hope she gets there.
Right.
What do you think?
More than I did when I was 13. So,
so we look forward to hearing more about her, and look out for her name. She is Alyssa Carson, and we hope to see her soon.
You go to space camp. You had the opportunity. Would you go?
Possibly, yes.
Yeah.
You would go to space camp? You'd go to Mars?
Yeah. Why not?
Well, I don't know if I would go to Mars, but I would go to space camp.
Moon?
No.
No, too basic.
Need to go to Mars?
Yeah.
Okay. If you had the opportunity to go to a camp in preparation for doing anything, what kind of camp would it be?
What I love, television and radio hosting.
Graphic design camp.
Television review, Blackish.
I think it's a pretty good show. I've only seen 1 episode so far, but I definitely think it's a good show for people to check out. It's a laugh.
Okay. Raven Simone. Raven Simone, you know about her?
No, I haven't seen. I know she's in the media now for a comment that she made.
About she doesn't want to be called African American.
She didn't want to be called gay, and she didn't want to be called labeled African American. She doesn't know where people came from, and she didn't want to be labeled. What do you think about that? Any reaction?
I think it's pretty good that she's standing up for something she believes in. I mean, if she feels strongly about it, I would love to hear some of her arguments, but overall, if she had enough to back up how she felt, then by all means, it's her life. We thank you guys so much for checking out these stories with us here today. Check out Talk Back for Teens at talkbackforteens.com, and that is talkbackforteens.com. Come on, at talkbackforteens.com. Look, you can take over. You can take over.
You're not traumatized.
Do the whole thing now. Can we do the ending again? So make sure you guys stay in with the conversation at talkbackforteens.com. That again is talkbackforteens.com. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. One more time at what?
Wait.